collections?
That's a great question. So the creative process is really organic, but there are some steps involved. I usually am really inspired by the stones. So I kind of like have a color store that I'm going with and stones that I'm looking for. I find them, and then I kind of design around that. Does the stone look like it's a necklace? Does it look like it could be earrings? Drawn out, and then start creating it. And sometimes I'll have something in my head and I'll create it, and it won't look, it won't hang right or it won't fit right. So then we kind of like tweak it as we go. And really custom, even through the collection that we make, we really customize each piece and like work on the best length and the best size of stones per necklace, earrings, bracelet.
What have been some of the challenges and benefits of owning a business in Austin?
That's a good question. Well, the benefit is you can make your own hours, which is fun. You really get to be a mom to two Australian shepherds 24 hours a day. So that's always been really, really great. And like I said, the Austin customers, we love them so much, so we really have gotten to spend a lot of time with them. I guess disadvantage is just that you can never turn it off, so they're working all the time. But that's fun. That's why we're in it. And yeah, I think that's really the only thing is even when we're on vacation, you have to check your emails. So that, like I said, is we're delighted to do it. We love to do that. So.
What have been some of the most memorable moments thus far in this kind of like 5-year journey?
That's the most memorable moments I would say in our 5-year journey would be, well, number one, so number one, a memorable funny moment was what I mentioned earlier, where we were literally in the meatpacking center of New York, and Hurricane Sandy was blowing in, and we were like packing in hurricane winds and driving to Brooklyn to our studio and unpacking there, like trying to run back to our Manhattan apartments for 2 hours before the hurricane hit. And then we were out of power for a week, and I had just gotten into Grand Central, so I had 4 weeks to build this entire display for, the biggest, basically they say the biggest holiday fair in the nation. That was pretty memorable. The second one would be getting into Grand Central was a really big honor, a huge, huge, huge honor. And so we got to be in Grand Central holiday fair for 3 years, and we were in the kiosk for I think 3 or 4 years as well. And just being in that kind of historical, while we were there, the second year we celebrated the 100-year centennial of Grand Central. So being a part of such a great historic monument and historic time in our, the big, the most vibrant cities in the world was really, really amazing. And then the third one would be just getting opportunities to come back home and serve the people that made me who I am and that I love, and getting to be a part of the design process in our thriving town that now is so centered on design, so eclectic, and that's been really exciting.
You're where the Heartline supports Parkinson's disease. Why is giving back to the community or giving back to noble causes important to Rifle and Radford?
Well, it's really important that community's been part of my life for almost 20 years now. My dad was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease when I was a lot younger, and I just wanted to find something that I could make and be tangible and be meaningful and give back to that community that we've been a part for so long, as well as, I've always been somebody that wanted to give back to my community, but I never knew really how to do that in fashion until I met Donna Karen, and she has such a conservation message, especially with her ribbons and label, that I was really able to see how to translate that into an everyday cause. So I'm very honored to be able to have the Wear Your Heart necklace and have that be promoted through Rifle and Radford.
What are 3 of your favorite items in the store now, and how would you style them?
That's a great question. 3 of my favorite items would be the tassel earrings right now. we have these turquoise tassel areas. We have a snow druzy on top and then turquoise tassels on the bottom. And those are so fun for summer. Honestly, I would wear those to the pool with my bathing suit and my tassel earrings. That's just me. Then the second one would be we do these little solitaire bead necklaces that are birthstone necklaces. So I have like a little turquoise one, and that you can really wear with anything. You can like barely see it. It's really beautiful, and I wear it with like our Noah, which is our outdoor ice frog necklace. Or I wear it with like a big chunky citrine longer necklace. So that one I think is really great because you can just never take it off and wear it all the time. And then the third one would be our statement rings are always seasonless. Those are great, winter, spring, summer, fall. And I wear, my statement ring, I can wear on my pointer finger or on my ring finger and then add some like more delicate rings as well as wear it by itself. And then a fourth one, just now that I'm remembering, we started making these lariat necklaces, which have been so fun. They're new to the summer. It's part of the new collection. They are really in right now, and you can like layer them or wear them by themselves. Some of our lariats are kind of like a Y and have two amethysts on the end, and then one is like just the traditional lariat that has a stone on the end. So that's really elegant, but also has a statement component to it as well.
Now that you're an experienced store owner and entrepreneur, what advice do you have for other people who want to start their own businesses or are chasing after their personal dreams?
Yes, that is a great question. I think my most important piece of advice would be to never stop learning. This is super important in being a successful designer and entrepreneur. Continuing to acquire knowledge, creates the fluidity that constant information that you need to apply to all types of parts of business, like the design and the everyday here's and there's, as well as it also makes you a leader in your field by, having the power, because power is knowledge, and if you're constantly seeking, a higher knowledge, then you'll always be able to give back to the community and grow on what you know. And also stay true to your brand. Have a statement, sentence like I said earlier to you, that you can always see. If you have a question, should I do this or should I not do this for my business, then go back to that vision board and that statement sentence and make sure that you're staying true to what your path is, because the path can go here and go there, and as long as you're staying true, then you'll always have a successful brand. And then the last one would be have a smile on your face, customer service. We're all about that here.
So what lays in the future for Rifle and Radford? Are there new initiatives or new things that you have in mind for what's to come?
Yes, well, this is a great time, and it's an exciting time with Rifle and Radford. It being 5 years, our 5th year anniversary. Coming up, we have really great truck shows and a party, like I said, but also we're just looking forward to having our feet planted firmly in Austin soil and what kind of path that leads, and hopefully one day opening a store or some type of mobile pop-up shop that we can really be available to the customers that we've created here.
So where do you actually sell your stuff in Austin right now?
I sell my stuff at Hacienda, downtown on 2nd Street, and at a custom house on Burnett. And then we have a few other boutiques in the works, but I didn't say this before, but Rifle and Radford is always the goal is always to be a lifestyle brand, kind of like its original purpose, with the heritage components and more than just jewelry, but possibly some knitwear. So